And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, to the season opening week of the NSL. What a treat we have here today, and what a treat it was last night with what I believe was a strong favorite of this season, Philadelphia Lightnings against the defending champs, the New York Knights. And folks, we're straight back into action today with the Atlanta Tornadoes. And the Nashville Crushers at the Atlanta Community Squash Facility. And here joining us today, I'm your commentator, Sean Choi from the Rally Report, and I got a special guest. The Amherst Mammoths, the Nescats, are taking over here, replacing Jackson. Not for long, but here we got Charlie Sotheby. Welcome in on the live show here.
Oh yeah, excited to be here. Excited for some great squash. We got some big names tonight, and I'm fired up.
Awesome, it's great to have you here. So, again, everyone, we got Nashville Crushers versus the Atlanta Tornadoes. We're fully into the swing of the NSL season, and very excited about today's matchup against the Atlanta Tornadoes and Nashville Crushers. Again, Nashville Crushers making it to the finals last year, so there's a lot to live up to from the expectations led by Coach Dylan Cunningham, and we'll see if Atlanta Tornadoes, they did a bit of a revamp this season. We'll see how they stand up against this new season and the new roster they are able to draft. So very excited about what they can bring to the table. But Charlie, what stands out to you? What are you most excited about today?
I mean, I think this the NSL continues to be an exciting innovation in the game, and coming from college squash, I think it's really exciting to see team squash make its way to the U.S. in a new way. And I think that the way that the additional strategic elements, the additional team elements, the pressure and momentum is just totally different. And so I'm excited that we're back to another season, and really excited to see how these players and these teams are evolving their approach to the game.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited as well. And as you can see here, the packed house in the Atlanta Community Squash Facility. The beers are flowing. Do not see Wild Bill on the feed right now, but I'm sure he's talking to someone over there. But interesting to see what the lineup's going to be, who's going to be first one jumping on the courts, because as we know, the start is incredibly important in the NSL format. And just to start us off, whoever's joining in the feed, any Amherst Mammoths in the crowd joining the feed, please leave some love, give some love to Charlie as it's his first commentating today. And what I could do is, before we start the show, again, kind of just going over the NSL scoring system. How does it work? So each team is going to utilize 3 players competing over 3 periods of squash. The leading team by score after each period will win that leg of the match. Teams can sub their players on and off and use power plays to bring themselves to victory. And what are the power plays? Each team has 2-minute power plays in each period, and in the third period we have an additional 1-minute power play in usage. Only the team on power play can score points and serve. The defending team can win rallies but not score points or serve. And no concurrent power plays, and no power plays with 4 minutes or less on the clock. And the running clock's going to be 2 minutes, 20-minute periods, and the final third period is going to be 30 minutes. And the first 2 legs are worth 1 point each. The final leg is worth 2 points. And if tied after 3 legs, there is a best of 5-point overtime shootout. And each team is allowed 2 subs per period, and additional substitution in the third period. And just for the audience to know, not to make this about me, but I've never witnessed a overtime shootout every time I co-commentate, and I think it's actually Jackson's fault, so I've decided to replace him today to bring my luck better with Charlie.
And that's my role. Fingers crossed for overtime. This reminds me of the classic squash camp 1-point tournaments from growing up. Nothing more exciting than that. So if we're lucky, we'll find out.
Yeah. Charlie, I must ask, which matchup of players do you think would be most interesting to you, or that stands out to you between the Atlanta Tornadoes versus the Nashville Crushers?
Such a good question. I mean, I think that
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
both teams have some pretty solid depth. I think I'm really excited to see Mohamed Sharaf play. He's obviously individual champion from college squash. He was there during my time in college, and I would love to see how he goes on the power play. In the power play format against any of the opponents.
Yeah, and we'll give it over to Bill now, who's doing the lineups and introductions for today's match.
Cunningham. From Egypt, the number 63 player in the world, Mustafa El-Serdi. From Colombia, the number 69th player in the world, Ronald Polino. And from the United States, the 31st ranked player in the world and the defending U.S. champion, Timothy Brownell. And now a big round of applause for your Atlanta Tornadoes. The coach, Celia Ashley. From India, the 59th player in the world, Veer Chotrani. From Egypt, the 112th ranked player in the world, Mohammed Sharaf. And from England, the 62nd ranked player in the world, a warm welcome for Tom Walsh. And now also on the court, please welcome Calvin and Ethan from A+ Squash. And now we're going to have Ethan spin the racket. There you go. Atlanta's going to ball it. Go ahead, Ethan, spin that racket. Atlanta Tornado women's loss. Let's play some squash.
I guess it wasn't okay.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got our first lineup. We got Tom Walsh on the right here and Ronald on the left as our first matchup. Very interesting. I think these two would be very familiar with each other's games. As I actually just pulled it up, these two have played each other twice back in November of 2024, and Tom Walsh winning the most recent outing and Ronald taking the one before. So it should be a pretty close matchup. Honestly, pretty close in rankings as well. Charlie, what are you looking out for between these two players? What's jumping out at you?
I mean, like you said, the beginning of NSL matches sets so much of the momentum, and I think that, you know, Tom Walsh, known as a steady, solid, mentally tough player, I think that that's going to be a tough thing to start with, and especially if he gets the early momentum, that'll become tough to dig back from. So Palomino would be looking for some early momentum, some solid discipline. He's an exciting player too, and I think this will be these first 5 points will be telling.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Ronald is he's Definitely been featured in a lot of NSL matches. He's been featured in that final with a great performance. I do think he probably has the edge with how the format works, the nerves that the NSL crowd brings. As we know, it's a lot more electric than your typical PSA match or the Challenger Tour. So it should be a new environment for them. We'll see. I mean, these are professionals, seasoned professional veterans, so we'll see how they manage the crowd screaming at them in favor or not. We'll have to see. And Tom Walsh, I mean, we have to talk about that 8-minute 30-second rally that went viral a couple months back. We just shows how steady he is as a player. Maybe great player to defend the power plays.
So insane. 8 minutes and 30 seconds is an unhealthy amount of time to play a rally. Who won the rally?
I think Tom Walsh may have lost that rally, and
But they both probably felt like losers at the end of that. That's got to be insane.
but okay, we got the graphics ready now, representing the Atlanta Tornadoes, Tom Walsh and Nashville Crushers. Ronald, his second year. Both these players were on the team last year as well, so very familiar with their organization. And also, guys, look at those jerseys. Beautiful jerseys. If you want to buy it yourselves, it should be on the NSL sport.com website, so support these players. Those jerseys cost and go straight to the players' hands, so really helps them support them as much as you can.
You know, you mentioned them both being players, returning players from last season, and you got to wonder how much of a competitive advantage that'll be particularly at the early end of this season as they start facing off with players that are newer to the league. I think the classic transition that you always see being tough for particularly American squash players is moving from junior squash to college squash, where you have individual settings where even gold nationals level guys who are at the very top, you may have a packed house, but you don't have people screaming at you who are so invested in the team format. So
Yeah. Oh, really excited. And here we go.
and a steady start of driving for these two.
Perhaps Tom Walsh is already trying to put in that 8-minute rally in the legs of this 20-minute period to start us off. Beautiful Ronald. First point goes to the Nashville Crushers. It's a great camera angle as well. As you see in the NSL, you'll see a couple camera angles presented throughout this match today as well. And let us know in the chat which ones you guys like the most in terms of the angles. Quick fire to start this off. Also great to see these professionals playing the traditional court. I always think it puts it in perspective of the athleticism they bring with the professional squash players as we get so numb to watching them play on the glass court.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ball moves a lot of glass courts are pretty significantly deader, so this ends up being fast squash, and you get to see the athleticism on display.
Tom Walsh quickly mitigating that tiny lead that Ronald had. Before we get too into it, Charlie, I got to ask, put you on the spot here. Predictions. Who do you got winning today?
I think the success of last season with the Nashville Crushers is going to be hard to come against. So if I had to bet right now, I'd say it's 3-1 to Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, I think same here. Not that I'm a betting man, but always stay away from that. But if I were, I'd put it on Nashville. I think they're a lot more of the chemistry set. It does help that they have the co-founder of this league. Kind of, I guess, built the rules in his favor. Timmy Brownell. I'll see him featured soon enough. But Ronald has been immaculate to the NSL. These two are feeling their first decision.
And Tom Walsh really just hanging out in the middle of the court on the volley in that rally. I think Palomino's got to do some work to get the ball in the back.
Pretty hard to put Tom out of position. He's a very, very steady player. Likes to hit his length. We'll see how Ronald's going to be able to move him around the court, which I think it will be the tactic to start this off. Again, both pretty familiar with each other's games. But with Ronald's wide reach, I'm sure Tom will have to hit those cross courts a little more wider than usual.
Walsh putting a little more pace on the ball down this backhand wall. Looks like Palomino's trying to slow it down.
Yeah. Oh, these two are bringing the accuracy here. Do you think Tom Walsh really favors playing on this backhand side, as I've seen him play over the past couple months? Incredible shot there. Checks the scoreboard. Sees that mini lead that he's built up in the first 4 minutes here. Very steady from these two. Only 6 points scored in the first 4 minutes. Oh, I would have called that. There are better people than I am, Charlie. I like to fish out any opportunity I have.
Oh, I remember.
That's why they're professionals and I'm standing on my desk here.
It is 80 degrees and humid in Atlanta today. And oh, what a shot from the back. Didn't matter there.
He's finding his range on that backhand drop to start this off.
Can already tell, aside from that shot, you can tell the ball is sitting up in the back of the court. They're going to have to work a little bit to make these attacks sit down.
Oh, firing back. Rake it, lifting it up there.
It's a drop war on the backhand side.
Oh, 3-wall boast.
And nicely done.
The crowd on. Wow, what a 3-wall boast. One of the most difficult shots in squash.
Looking like Mazen Hesham in that rally, Palomino.
Oh, wow.
Coming out with some attacks all of a sudden. Palomino making a comeback. This is good to see.
No one really capitalizing on a lead so far. It's only been 2-point leads. Very steady. Another boast.
Using some height here to slow it down.
Drop.
Good mix of attacks here from both players. That's tight stuff.
Glued to the side wall. My goodness, those shorts cannot go any shorter from Ronald. Do you think the humidity in Atlanta is having some play here on the court conditions, Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think if the more we get into the long rallies, the more these guys get trapped on court with power plays. I think they're going to be feeling it physically, but I think you'll, particularly for someone like Tom Walsh, who's a more defensive and attritional player, I think you'll see him really trying to extend rallies through here, and we'll see if Palomino, if it's affecting his ability to attack. In the last few points, it does not seem to be, though.
Oh, these are some lung-busting rallies right now. It's, both incredibly fit. We're all from Colombia. You know, the conditions
Coming
there.
out, nice shots.
Oh, cheeky movement
Taking
there.
his space in the middle.
Tom Walsh wasn't really too happy about that. But lets it go. Good to see that. Nothing in it to start this off. Simple let. Do you think Ronald is moving Tom Walsh a little more in this first period right now?
He's getting there with his short game, but the cross courts are still coming through the middle and popping out in the. I think the driving games Tom Walsh continues to be.
And we've got
Substitution.
This is the player that Charlie's been eyeing A huge success in his college career at Trinity. One of the most attacking players, and I'm glad he's finally making some move on the actual PSA Tour, as we saw recently. Actually, this week, and Squash on Fire, making an upset, making it to the main draw. Mohamed Sharaf. Oh, double substitution here. El Surti coming in as well. Two very big Egyptian boys here.
And a dive to start off. Let's go.
Oh, they're not messing around. Steady game. They said nope. Wow, these guys are.
You can see the tempo's going up already. This is.
I never realized how small a squash can be.
I think these guys have like 50% more body weight than the two of us on court, so easy to do.
Bit of a contrast in styles. I think Sharaf is a lot more attacking. But
straight lick right off the bat. And straight to the service box. Sharaf is looking comfortable on this court right now.
He must be used to the crowd with the college squash scene at Trinity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those crowds can get rowdy, to say the least. Wow, there's no easing into the NSL. As you can see, if you're kind of cold, as El Surti right now is kind of adjusting to the conditions, Sharaf is taking full advantage of it. Adol.
Man, Sharaf just keeps chopping it in short. This is like 50% of his balls are headed to the front in these first few rallies.
Great hold. Break up the movement there. Surti's got a great snap on his backhand. Makes it a little difficult for players to read him. On top of the fact of his big frame.
Yeah, he is one of the biggest players in the NSL and starting to get some momentum back here.
Sharaf's just using the angles, changing it up. See a little frustration from El Surti. His first NSL game here. We'll see how he manages to adapt his game to this format. But Sharaf also his debut game in the NSL. Seems like he's a seasoned veteran with how he's playing out there. Really do think he should be the one in the power play.
Absolutely.
Right decision.
That stayed pretty short. And we are halfway through this first period.
No one's really taking the lead like we saw in yesterday's season opener against the Philadelphia Lightnings versus New York Knights.
It's looking tight. Could be a recipe to get you that first overtime, Sean.
Wow. What a shot. And he's doing the tornado ceremony there.
Power play to Nashville. Power play to Nashville.
And power play to Nashville now.
All right, momentum coming into play here.
See how Sharaf can defend this.
Interesting time to use that.
Someone's trying to build the lead. Oh. El Surti has no interest playing that rally. As you can see, he can just stop it. He's the only player who can score points here. And he's the only one serving. So really doesn't like that either.
Wow, he is being assertive with these rallies.
I have not seen this before, Charlie.
Wow, and there's a nick. There he goes.
I've never seen a player quit mid-rally. He just doesn't like how it's going.
Oh, what a shot. Goes for the nick. Is that two? Is that two? Ref is calling it two.
Oh,
Sharaf's got to be ready for that.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Oh, we're heating up here.
Oh! An off-top spin drop shot.
Wow.
This is... He is teeing off on these...
Sharaf is rattled. Sharaf is rattled.
So the rule is when you are in the receiving box, you have to be ready. So Sharaf has got to get his act together and be ready to return these serves.
Yeah, no shenanigans in the NSL about wasting time here. My goodness.
maybe a little bit of a delay.
Stream there, but hopefully the scoreboard. Not sure if that's correct. Tossman.
El Surti's showing off the hands right now. This is suiting his game very nicely.
Wow!
Oh my god, from the back of the
Did not see
court.
that angle. He's really going for it. I mean, this is how it's supposed to be played.
Oh my gosh. Three Nick attempts in the rally. This is how you do a power play. Shroff is just in retrieval mode. This is not normally how he plays.
It's not the game he wants to play, but puts you in a different position. Oh, what a snap.
Oh, what a kill!
Shroff.
Did-
Not happy about it. He's got to keep his cool here.
But one of the longest rallies that in this power play.
Power play is over.
And the power play is over.
Power play for Atlanta.
And straight into another power play. All right. Tables
see how
are
he
turned.
does.
These two are getting teed off against each other.
Get up.
Oh, we see some. You have to be ready for the serve. No time wasting here. That's the worst case scenario. You can't be lulled into decisions.
El Cerdi using some height here.
You see how he completely changed the way he plays. Really see the contrast of styles and adaptations you have to have in the NSL. Get that?
Ooh, that was a questionable movement into a drop in the middle of the court.
It is interesting.
Oh, there it
There
is.
he finds his range. What a shot. What a nick.
Going for it again.
Home crowd goes wild there. 1 minute left.
Better here from Shroff. Make himself known in the middle of the court.
No let.
There's some momentum. Running to the service box. Man, the side-by-side, you really see the difference in tactics from El Cerdi making use of height in this one.
Oh, the crowd is chanting. Bonus points for the Atlanta Tornadoes crowd here. But,
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in the power play.
Tactical call
yeah, you don't wanna
maybe
be lulled
there.
into decisions. Oh, great get.
Oh, goes for it again!
Wow. You can do. I can do better. That wind up on the backhand. Very. All kinds of games and shit here.
Seconds left in the power play.
We're drawing even. Crowd is getting into it. About 5 minutes left in this period. And these are some big points.
End of the
Oh, man. Good flick from El Cerdi.
for Atlanta.
Sub these boys up on that. This is a
They
tiring
earned it.
couple minutes. As we get, this is the matchup that I was most excited about. Vir Trani, who's been on the absolute tear on the PSA World Tour, versus Temi, who's slowly becoming a seasoned veteran, being featured in all the Platinum events. And we see our first lefty in action.
I know you like that.
Love lefties. Back to the game we know, Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely.
See how these two boys ease into the start of the first period.
Yeah, it feels like a real momentum reset. I mean, the power plays are just chaos for 4 minutes there in a row with two already pretty chaotic players.
We need to get our heart rates measured there.
Yeah, seriously.
Both very smooth players of the game. I think they both read the game very well. And what I mean by that is they kind of already are making the step towards where the ball's going. Makes them excellent movers.
And this is a solid rally to start off. A lot of cross courts coming in. Timmy likes his angles.
Keep in mind, this might be the tightest first period I've seen. No one's really capitalizing on any lead right now. The power plays are used. So we'll see how these two respond to this. Veer probably playing the best squash of his career. Really, probably at peak confidence right now. Winning a PSA Tour event a month back. Also qualifying for the PSA World Championships.
And Tornado's 2 points up with 3 minutes to go. This is a big point.
Quality squash here. I thought that was in, but
Error. Bit edgy from Trani. Timmy's putting some pace on it here.
need to step up. I mean, keep in mind, everyone, 2 minutes 39 seconds left right now in this first period. It's just gonna be squash. No power plays, no nothing.
Oh, you can't be making an error there.
Some nerves. Season opener from Timmy.
I mean, it's got to be so tough coming in cold with 5 minutes left in a tied game.
I think that's such an underrated fact about the NSL format, Charlie.
Every other match you've got, you know, usually the last 5 minutes of a game are significant different level of intensity in the last 5 minutes, and this is no difference for these two coming on cold.
Absolutely. These two are. Stroke. And back to tie game at 16. All with 1 minute 47 seconds left.
Tempo is picking up here.
They gotta move up.
Strong tickle from Brownell.
Oh,
And the corkscrew.
It's his signature shot right now.
Let's go. He wants it from the audience right now.
The
are
crowd
down
goes
to the
quiet. They didn't like that from the Nashville. Sporting Veer.
17's just over a minute left. This is a big rally.
I'm gonna make you pick Charlie right now. Who's gonna take the first period?
I think Timmy. I think Timmy's got this. He's the veteran. He's got to, right?
Oh, I don't know. I think
And Tetrani takes the lead.
a bit more nerves right now with Timmy. A bit more errors. Oh, he's
Going
it.
for the cross court, Nick. Both of them putting some serious pace on the ball down the.
Costly error.
That might be it.
A bit more risky. And
There it is. There it is.
Just as we speak, cuts the ball on his backhand. You're slowing it down. He's got the time. Time is to his advantage right now.
Tetrani's going to be looking to extend this, and Timmy needs a win here. Volley
Good
boast.
recovery. Tied up.
15 seconds.
This might be the last point. Let's see what Veer's made of.
Some strong cross-court widths from Timmy.
This is the tightest first period I've witnessed.
Someone's got to make a move. Someone's got to make a move. Oh, I'm hoping right here. And that's out.
Now it's tie game. Sudden death.
Sudden death point. This is big. Timmy working the crowd. He's looking comfortable on there.
Wow. That is clutch. Clutch Timmy. Sudden death. He goes for it.
Oh, man, Nick off the serve. Both of them projecting some confidence here.
Length game here. What a shot by Veer Trani. Letting the co-founder of NSL know he's here to stay.
2019.
My goodness.
Back foot drop shot to take it to the win. That is a strong finish.
And on to the ads. We'll be back in the second period soon.
See you pass it.
Here we go. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi off. 5G only. Thank you. Hey now.
All right, just like that. Turn your Wi-Fi off, okay? You still have cellular, you just won't have Wi-Fi. You can still text, you can still call your girlfriends. Anyway. Or boyfriends.
And we are back for period 2 as the crowd gets settled down. Wow, what a first period, everyone. For those tuning in, that was probably the closest period 1 I've seen, and a couple takeaways from my end. I did not expect that to be that close. I was kind of blown away how Veer was able to keep up with Timmy. I thought Timmy would have an edge on him, but clearly not. Veer's here to stay. Charlie, any takeaways from you from the first period before we're about to jump into the second period?
I mean, across the board, some really tight matchups in all three of those matchups in the first. And I have to say, I was really impressed with the way El Surdi used the power play. I think the distinction between insanely attacking and just throw away some rallies level of squash to which to be fair, Sharaf was trying to do too, but wasn't using the height the way that El Surdi was in defending. I think it was really impressive tactically. So I'll be interested to see how both teams adapt in the power play usage this period.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone aggressively end rallies the way El Surdi did during that power play. One shot that the opponent hit, doesn't like it, just takes the ball, grabs it with his hands.
What do you think? Are we going to start seeing more of that this season?
I think that's got to be a good learning for everyone. We're learning all these new different types of tricks, especially now that we're heading into season 2 of the NSL, as we see the same matchup as that started us off. The two steady players, Tom Walsh versus Ronald Palomino. We'll see if anyone can have the edge between these two in the second period, but third period, Tom Walsh starts us off.
Strong attacking to start off with.
Finds his range immediately.
Wow. That is sharp.
Oh, that hit the 10. Fooled me.
Looked good from here.
With these two playing, the camera angle might as well just stay in this area.
It wouldn't work so well for the Sharath L30 matchup, though.
Yeah, they got to get the main view over there. But these two are really showing off their accuracy in this backhand side.
Walsh is so solid down this side.
Oh!
There's a flick.
Where is he
cross-court.
going? Sent him back to Nashville for that one.
I was about to say Tom Walsh is really representing British style of squash, and then he did that. He's learning something from his Egyptian teammate, maybe.
That's where that Florida sun kicking in. I know he needs a lot of that sunscreen over there. That beautiful pale skin of his. Quick stroke. These two hate taking a lead from each other.
Almost,
So 1-1.
yeah, identical start to the last game.
Oh, Tom really utilizing the hold and this kind of switching it up.
Takes his space really nicely in the middle of the court on these.
Absolutely. Anything loose.
He doesn't have as much of these game winners as the Egyptian guys on these two teams, but he's really putting them away.
Conducts the crowd there. I don't know how many Nashville supporters are out there in Atlanta right now, but
I think I saw some Brownell shirts.
hopefully the Brownell ticket sales piling up right now, or perhaps even Veers after that performance.
Solid stuff.
It's just good squash.
Palomina's absorbing the pressure well, though. Using a bit of height.
That reach it is.
Long reach, yeah.
Left.
Really working that front left.
Yeah. Oh, this is punishing rally. Tom Walsh really moving him around. Four-corner squash here. All right.
That's a momentum changer. They needed that. Big difference between 3-4 and 5-2.
Absolutely.
Walsh really making himself a presence around the tee right now.
Yeah, he's making himself big. Good for him for playing that as well,
A little bit of a Miguel Rodriguez retrieval there running through.
which I'm sure we will see him featured. It's not featured today for the Atlanta Tornadoes, but he's going to be a special player in this format.
Yeah, you've got to think for such a momentum player, like when he's made a career out of disrupting other people's rhythms, this has got to be a good format for Miguel.
Just like that, 4-all. Again, these two players hate taking a lead from each other. Walsh. Really, he does have the momentum right now. That's 3 points in a row for him.
Ooh, good stuff.
You think it's
I'd be
strategic?
starting to think about a power play or a substitution here because the momentum is... That's 4 points in a row for Walsh.
You think it's strategic that these two are starting, or slash, maybe the coaches don't want these two to playing the power plays with their steady game? Where's the ball down? Ball was down.
Bad break. All right, back still, Walsh.
Hopefully by next season we'll have VAR all over.
Yeah.
Essentially a complete copy, carbon copy of last game, Charlie.
Yeah.
How the scoreboard's going.
So if you're the coaches of these two teams, how are you thinking about substitutions in the second and third here?
I mean, I think both playing it safe, I think would just keep it. It was such a close first period. And I think it could flip-flopped anyway, so you don't want to make any risky moves. I think you're a lot more inclined as a coach if the scoreboard was skewing towards one way to kind of switch up the matchups, but I feel like both teams would like to play it safe right now, because I think they both played it right. Wow, good follow-up there. Great get.
Big retrieval rally here. Palomino there recovering his way back to the middle. Oh, that's a good drive.
Stroke. Oh. Unfortunate error, but Ronald really showing his movement prowess there. As he takes, Tom Walsh takes the 2-point lead.
Oh my gosh, dunks it on the forehand side.
Dunk. We see the first 3-point lead between these two matchups. Wrong footer. Great width.
Walsh is looking really strong right now. Oh, just clips the top of the
Commentator's curse there, Charlie.
Yeah.
And we got a substitution. We got a switch up. We have
All right, new matchup about to be on display.
love
Let's
it when we
if they
see
use
new
power play.
matchups.
So you've got one player fresh, one player that's been playing a tough 6 minutes. One of the things that was popular that I saw last year in the power plays was using them to disrupt someone who's coming on cold. So you've got someone who's been playing solid, and in response to a substitution, you go straight into a power play. What do you think about that tactic? I'm curious how you notice the different utilization.
No, I think that's great utilization. I think one of the brilliant parts of the NSL that really throw players off if you ask them is the fact that they have to jump out of nowhere after they get a big cold. It's under the coach's prerogative to put you on. So actually surprised that the power play wasn't used, but I guess, I mean, Tom Walsh is known for how steady of a player he is. Maybe they're really saving up that power play for a player like Sharaf, who's excellent shot making abilities. Not shy for going for the nick.
They are both spending a...
Whoa!
Oh, she's changing his racket hand there. Looks like Brownell lost his grip on the racket halfway through the rally. Almost recovered. Not quite.
Do you think they switched it up because they didn't like how Timmy played against Beer? Oh, as he falls down, gets it.
And Walsh requesting for
Cleaning here.
a little wipe down.
Taking business in his own hands there. We see a power play soon where both teams being conservative about when to use it right now. They've got to do some statistic on win rate on which team uses the power play first in each game. Is it better to use it before the other team? Keep in mind you can't use it after 4 minutes, so
They're running out of time
yeah,
here.
they are running out of time. It's almost.
Schroff making his frame felt in the middle court there.
Oh,
Tricky stuff.
Timmy read it though. There's a 80. Near 80.
Oh,
80 ranking gap between these two. I think Sharaf's around 115. Timmy around 31 in the world right now. But Sharaf is definitely playing a lot higher than his ranking reflects. The yellow Mo in the crowd. Great length.
tied at 10-all about halfway through the second. We've got another tight game. This is great to see.
Great. Selfishly, I really want the Atlanta Tornadoes to take this so we can have a potential.
Yeah.
Don't mind me as my bias will start showing. For the Tornadoes.
Not happy about a little hip check in the middle there.
Ready, he's jumping up. He's
Jesus, this is a game of front v back. 5 drop shots in a row from Shroff.
wow.
10 minutes left in the period. 10 minutes.
And he is just going straight for the front of the court.
This goal reminds the crowd there's 10 minutes left in this period. A lot of pressure on the Nashville Crushers right now as they're down 1 period. So working wonders for Timmy right now. Timmy really showing his level now. We got our first, we got a 3-point lead by the Nashville Crushers. We have not seen El Surdy or Veer featured right now in this period, so I'm assuming that's the matchup we're going to see to end this period, which also should be fascinating.
Shroff getting a power play here after losing 4 points in a row there. This is...
I think it's a power play of defense here. They just don't want Timmy scoring points.
Seems like it, and each... Oh, he slots it in!
Wow, the coach really wants Shroff on the power play. This is 2 power plays in a row that he's been featured in. Coach Celia knows her player profile. I really do think it's about, they saw Timmy's ability to score points on Shroff. It's interesting how the power play is meant for offense, but it's actually a lot of times also utilized as defense.
Yeah, especially when you have the momentum turning in the way that it just was there. 2 points so far.
If Timmy can defend this power play just well enough, that puts them in a really good position because they also have a power play to use. And I'm gonna...
Shroff's gonna need to make use of this. Oh, and he does. That is
my goodness.
a nice drop shot on the back end.
The way he read it.
Oh my God! Slots it from the back of the court. This is
How many points is that?
complete change of pace from the beginning of this matchup.
We got a new guy challenging the throne for best power play user. And his NSL debut, Mohamed Shroff.
Going for the three-waller.
Long footer, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
30 seconds left.
And even just like a 10-shot rally like that, you see the advantage of El Surdy's method of just taking it.
Just, yeah, quit the rally.
Nah, I don't think these are...
Timmy slowly reading the attacks.
The flick cross-court drop
Yeah.
from the back of the court is not quite working out for Shroff anymore.
Oh, of course, my goodness. Oh! This is going to be the last rally. There's no need for him to be in a hurry here. Just rally it out. Timmy playing through everything.
After these, for the first couple rallies of this power play, Timmy recovered nicely. I think he's been really tough to...
It definitely threw him off guard. How many points did he score? 4?
4 points, yeah.
I think that's a successful power play. If you get one more here, give them the lead. Do you think they're going to give the power play to El Surdy right after, or Timmy?
I think
so.
I think you have to, but the matchup, the straight-up matchup at the beginning of this power play between Timmy was dominating pretty decisively, and he wins
what
it.
What a rally! Well done, Timmy.
And it looks like they're both
immediately
off.
jumping off. Timmy's power play.
All right,
What
so
is Coach Dillon thinking here?
Atlanta managed 4 points in their power play.
No power play off the bat. Straight rallying. Immediately back to the Crushers. They need this. They need the second period. You're so steady. Such a calming demeanor.
Feels like the calm before the storm, knowing there's a power play that's about to happen with these two guys. Oh, and he hits a dive!
No, he got. Oh, are you saying? The rally continues.
Heard some shouting. Surdy thinks he got it.
What a drop!
Drop!
As he roars to the crowd. Oh, you're questioning the double.
Trani does not like that crowd starting to get into it here.
It should be crowd.
Both these players ranked about 60 in the world, but Surdy is looking like the dominant player at the start. 3 points in a row right off the bat.
I mean, highest world ranking. I think he was almost a top 20 player a couple years back. So we know the level he can play at as he's trying to reach back to that in the PSA World Tour. Veer also another player who's moving up the rankings.
And we've got a power play.
Oh my god.
And he stops it. This is the Surdy method. This is dangerous for Trani. Oh, and chops it in.
Wow. It must be so confusing on the receiving end. You hit a shot and then also he just grabs the ball. Very successful tactics here. Wow.
Oh, the fan!
Oh,
I did not see that. I mean, this style just seems built for El Surdy's game right now. Strong in the middle of the court, but he's right back on the serve. It almost pays to guess if you take your opponent short like that. Oh, no.
Oh, not the ace.
20-14.
This is looking grim for the Tornadoes here, and grim for me. I'm not seeing that shootout. The curse continues, perhaps.
Guess you can have Bragdon back next time. Sorry to disappoint.
I'm gonna find another co-commentator.
Man, El Surdy's just completely unwilling to retrieve in a rally right now.
I feel like he could have scored at least 1 or 2 points for the shots he stopped. He was in a good position in a couple of those. But he knows better. What a hold there. Help the stream.
Trani with a winner.
30 seconds left.
That's devastating. 30 seconds left. It's going to take heroics from Veer. Does Veer conserve his energy and kind of just let this period go? Because this means now the third period they're fighting for it. The deciding third period here.
This is... I mean, if you're the coach for the Tornadoes right now, you've got to be thinking, we cannot have this matchup happen again.
I mean,
This is
well
an
done.
8-point run from El Surdy. Sliding into the front.
8-point. Is that an 8-point power play, you said?
8 points since the start of this matchup. 6-point power play.
The power play is over, and the lead is 22-14 with 15 seconds left.
Good job, Pash.
This is brilliant from the Nashville Crushers, the way they tactically changed the matchups, waited a little longer for the power play.
You know, when the concept of the NSL first came out and I heard about the power plays, I was thinking about it. I think the way that I was thinking about it and that I was hearing people talking about it was from an attrition standpoint. Like, you wait until someone's been on for a while, you substitute your guy, and then
Right.
you start a power play to trap them on there when they're tired after it's been tough. And you just don't see that at all. This is
No, it's
this
a complete-
it's 3-shot rallies, and Ooh, little Mizuki response from Chitrani. It looks like this.
Oh, he's letting this one go. As he should, as he should. There's got to be some revisions in this third period from how tactically speaking.
But really just, I mean, it's like, what would you be thinking? Because it was 14-all up until the start of this. I think the only...
Look here.
Oh, man, what a rally. This is El Surdy's game right now.
I think he's the MVP right now for me.
Third period, if you're the Crushers, you got to be saying we have to have El Surdy on the power play. That is the strategy.
Yeah, block him from scoring points. Oh, that's good. Is it down? 0 for 2 today. Oh, trickery. Wow, what a get!
El Surdy showed off some movement.
6'3" frame to move like that. And there goes my hopes and dreams for the shootout.
Jeez.
As he slams it in the neck. Oh, he loves the crowd, El Surdy.
2, 1. That is the end of the second period.
High game.
And that finishes it.
All to play for in the third period.
28-16. That was a 14-2 run, starting when El
Goodness.
Surdy stepped on the court. That was a complete turnaround from the front.
And I believe we will be going into the ads.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more period left. 30 minutes for the whole shebang. In this period, there will be 3 substitutions allowed. There will be 2 power plays allowed. 1 for 2 minutes, 1 for 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, this is an amazing place, Atlanta Community Squash, the home of A+ Squash. If you feel so inclined, there's a QR code here. We weren't checking tickets at the door, but we've got an opportunity for you to support A+ Squash by scanning this QR code, right? There's 200 people here tonight.
Sawyer, stop moving the thing.
You can check it on your way out. But if you can donate $100, everybody, all 200 here tonight, we can raise $20,000 for A+ Squash tonight. It's on you. We trust you to bring Atlanta back to the forefront. Right here, QR code, A+ Squash. Scan it on your way out. I'm going to move it around. Scan it on your way out.
shoot.
All right, last third period. This is where it decides it all. No shootout. I'm disgruntled about it. Of course, I am not happy one bit that we're not having a shootout. So, not happy about the Crushers' performance in the second period. But on extra serious talk here, we have a matchup we saw that Veer was pretty familiar with in this first period. That he did pretty well against Timmy, and I thought really the surprise was El Surdy. And quick mention about El Surdy was the replacement for the Nashville Crushers against Simon Herbert in the New York Knicks. That's the matchup I want to see. I know Simon Herbert was not happy about him being replaced, them dropping him, but these organizations are ruthless, Charlie, ruthless.
You know, I agree, but you gotta feel after that game that
Maybe
Atlanta's out here playing checkers and El Surdy's playing chess, because that was a dominant performance. I had some questions about the power play approach in the first period, and no more.
Wow. So this is a new matchup to start. It was Tom Walsh and Ronald to start us off in both periods, but we have a switch up here. Should be interesting how they will be featured in this third period. Again, 30-minute period for the audience just joining in. All to play for in this third, and one more additional power play. That's 1 minute.
What do you think the coaches were thinking in the break there to put Citrani in here and Brunel to start?
I think they recognize that Veer is a very steady player, and I think steady is the name of the game. To start any period off, you don't want anyone to run away with it. So if you run away with it, you put another power play on. It's a mountain to climb.
Yeah, no doubt. And he struggled in the last game. If I was a coach, I'd be wondering, is it a matchup thing? Is it a pressure thing? Is it a momentum thing? But putting him in for the decider in the second did not seem to work out. I'd be giving someone else a shot in this one.
Interesting enough that Veer seemed to like this matchup against Timmy in the first period, taking that first. But we're seeing it featured again. I mean, Timmy's not one to shy away from any challenge, but
Citrani's looking strong here, though.
Likes this matchup. He surely does. And quick 4-0 lead. We said it time and time again. The beginning of the period is so important. Oh. He's on fire right now. It's the biggest lead we've seen to start any period off today.
5-0. Maybe a little bit of a redemption tour for Citrani after the last game.
This is why he was saving that energy up, right?
Yeah.
Good call on his part. Can we slow it down here? Nope. He's going to switch up something because Veer's soaking up everything's throwing at him.
Playing through that. He is all over the middle of the court. That is clean.
Worrisome signs for last year's finalists, Nashville Crushers. There's high expectations for this team.
Oh, going for it. Just as you thought it looked in control of that rally.
I know Simon Herbert's grinning away right now, seeing the downfall of the Crushers.
Oh my gosh.
Reading Timmy like a book. Need a big reset from our co-founder of the NSL here.
Oh! Feathers it in!
Oh my god! Dude, they gotta do something. They gotta do something. Yep. They're bringing the big man. This is gotta be an emergency substitution.
Big guns.
I'm sure Coach Dillon's giving Timmy a
This is the
mouthful.
mind games All right, so far El Surdy has been Chitrani's kryptonite. Let's see what happens here. Big momentum test. That's got to be a stroke.
We're getting all that.
El Surdy's looking at the back of the glass. He does not like that.
El Surdy's a lot more imposing on the tee with his frame, the way he hits the ball, so maybe that makes Sphere a little more uncomfortable to settle in. It could have been a tactical maneuver from Veer to really let that second period go. Oh, bump there. Sort of bring the physicality.
And there we go, on the board for the Crushers.
Immediately on the board. 1 minute power play. If you heard that correctly. Yep. For the Nashville Crushers.
Straight in. Let's see if he can make it run again.
Oh, you hit a good drive? Yep, I'm just going to stop the round. Oh! What a get! It's great defense by Veer. If Veer's able to defend this properly, you might have to put his name in the ringer for MVP for today's performance.
I don't know. I think we've got a lot of match left before we make that.
You're right. We got 25 minutes of play still.
I thought he could have played that. He still had
could've
Chitrani
played.
fully out of position. That's wild. He's committed to this tactic. Yeah,
Stroke.
that's a stroke. He likes that.
Oh! Slam dunk to the Nick by El Surdy.
Over halfway through this power play.
I'm surprised he didn't pick it up. Over Veer. Tremendous effort from Veer there. Wow. Way to put his team on his back to start this third period off.
All right, El Surdy's got the momentum. I'd think about a power play. I'd think about going to putting this together to a 3-minute power play. You can't build that much momentum in 1 minute.
We haven't seen this matchup before. Tom Walsh versus El Surdy.
These are the two opposites in the lineup right now. Ultimate attritional player versus ultimate shooter.
Oh, it's fascinating to see the depth in these two teams. I think they're pretty good, well matched up against on the depth that any player can match up against anyone. I've seen it with that first period in particular. Both really like to take their space on this tee here.
Oof.
Like that. 1 bit. Crowd is not liking it.
Some physical stuff in the middle of the court here.
Sort of gets chippy now in the third period. A lot on the line. You want to start the season well.
You know, it's seeing some contact in the middle of the court. It looks like Walsh looks like a small guy on the court right now next to El Surdy. He's 6'1". This is like two of the tallest teamed squad players I've ever seen.
Well, apparently Coach Dillon likes to only recruit and draft tall players.
You got an average height of that team is like 6'2".
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't think we'd make the cut, Sean.
Super unfortunate. We'd be killer in this format. Slowing it down. Really showing his racket skills there in the backhand side. It's really hard to get El
strong
Surdy off the
lines.
tee.
Yeah, he's camped out. He's got The dexterity that he's got at full reach, even on the backhand side, at a stretch is. Oh, he goes for the cross court, Nick. That's insane.
What a
Look out the back of the
shot.
glass. They need some momentum builders like that. Still down 5 points.
The Atlanta Tornado crowd goes quiet.
Do you think we'll be seeing either Timmy or Chitrani come back in this game?
Chitrani definitely, maybe not a Timmy after. He might be on timeout right now after that start. Coach Dillon definitely giving him a mouthful.
Walsh is playing a significantly more attacking game than he was at the beginning in those first opening rallies. This is interesting to see the players that are able to adapt their game as the... Oh, he didn't like that.
Walsh is not liking the movement.
This format is just built for El Surdi's game.
You do
It's
both.
not like you're not ever going to get that much. Like, physicality is never going to be that much of a decider because you're switching out every
take
5
your
to
breaks.
5 to 10 minutes. You've got the ability to take a break, and like the attritional like Tom Walsh, Paul Cole style is built on having an hour on court with the other player. El Surdi feels.
And imagine jumping on cold against El Sardi. I think that's a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard to kind of find your rhythm, hard to ease into it. But he has cut down the lead to 4 right now, but still Tornadoes have a 4-point lead, and they have not used any of their power play. So they do have the advantage on paper right now. Can they maintain?
So if you're a coach, and if you're the Atlanta coach, and you're thinking, we've got Walsh, Sharaf, Chitrani, are you ever varying the person that you use the power play on?
Ooh, I mean, Shroff looked good. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I think you definitely don't use it on Tom Walsh because he's such a steady player. Have him tire out the players, but maybe on Ronald might be a new player to see with the power plays.
But
Yeah, or we could see. I think actually maybe Veer. Veer might be a good one actually for Atlanta Tornadoes to use the power play on.
he
He's got
seemed.
the hands.
Yeah, I mean, I think El Surdi's game is so well suited for the offense. Who do you think is the best defensive player? If you're trying to, out of the 6 guys on court right now,
It's
who's
gotta be
the
Tom
person
Walsh.
you'd want to see? Yeah,
Gotta
you
be
think
Tom
so,
Walsh.
right?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Chitrani has such a steady game, but it's like medium-paced drives. It's sitting up in the court. It was too easy for El Surdi to just take advantage of. I thought that was going to be a closer matchup, and he just ran away with it last time.
Timmy's a bit higher than him in the rankings, and Griffin showed his class there. So, very impressed by him and El Surdi so far. And but
Okay, taking another look at this draft pick of El Surdi this year, he's the lowest ranked player on the team. He's now playing. He just went on an 14-2 run in the last game. He's on an 8-2 run in this matchup against the number 1 of the opposing team. He is. I'm loving El Surdi right now.
he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant. I did not expect this much level from him. I was honestly a little skeptical when Nashville dropped Simon Herbert, who's also an excellent player, who played incredibly well yesterday in the season opener. But I mean, it just shows the depth in this NSL draft now. There's so many good players, so many players who can show their level. I mean, we know that El Surdi's been up to high as 21 or 22 in the world. He's a top-class athlete and player.
Oh, great drop shot. This is a Tom Walsh rally, and then he sprays it
That's
into
an
the
interesting
middle.
one. That's an interesting one. Maybe let me give him one. Substitution there. And we finally see Ronald. Well, we've seen this matchup, haven't we?
Expect some
They're
more
gonna find a
balance
way
here.
to, no matter what, tie this game up together. They'll find a way.
Man, I feel like my default when I look at 2 teams on a roster, I'm looking at what are their rankings as the baseline, and thinking about new players coming into the into the league that have been historically dominant, like Asal and Miguel. Just thinking like, that's got to be such an incredible advantage just to have the higher skilled player. And looking at Tom Walsh as one of the highest ranked guys in this matchup, thinking that's got to be such an advantage. This match is really showing that beyond level, like play style is a huge differentiator.
And you can truly see the depth of the PSO World Tour right now. And there's really not much deciding between a lot of these players. I mean, we see Timmy Brownell featured in so many Platinum events, and Vigor is working his way up. We don't see him as much in the Platinum as he's working towards it, but we can see that the level difference isn't that significant. Tom Walsh really capitalizing on Ronald being a little cold. It's been a while since he's been able to play, since the beginning of the second period. So this is the biggest rest we've seen, actually.
Ooh, scrambling to the back of the court. The ball jump! What a shot!
That just
Died. Get in! 3 points straight out of the gate since Palomino came on. Tom Walsh is looking strong.
Momentum's on him. They're growing the lead again. I do think that if the Tornadoes are able to pull this out, I think this is a massive result for them and puts them in a really good start to the season, given they weren't as effective last season. It's a statement. It's a statement win. Oh, he's moving around the court.
Oh,
It's loose. You read it, but it was loose.
trying to stay in the middle of the court, but just a bit edgy from Palomino right now. Particularly in the Tom Walsh match. I mean, Walsh hits his line so cleanly, but I think this is a tough one in the length game. It feels like he's losing the length game.
I'll say he's time wasting. Why wouldn't he? He's got a little lead. Kill that clock. Walsh is putting up big minutes here from Tom Walsh.
Good retrieval.
It is interesting because you see how steady Tom Walsh is, and we know he's been such a veteran on the tour in terms of these long matches, and this third period actually will eat up in your legs. And maybe they are saving up someone like Sharaf. Oh my god, this alley game is ridiculous.
Oh, this is Walsh's favorite type of rally. This is the British squash on display. I think
I'll do
Palomino
the
needs
deal.
to
They'll do
change
this all
something
day.
here.
That's beautiful.
Carving in the forehand drop.
Not wide enough. You get punished.
Crowd really getting behind.
The Tornadoes.
They're number
The
one
home
right
crowd.
And we are just passing the halfway mark in this third period. 5-point lead and still 2 power plays to go for the Tornadoes. Palomino needs to find some momentum here, or I'd be thinking about a substitution. Ooh!
Oh my, what a
Just gets into the back wall post.
Another one!
This
Oh my
retrieval is
god.
brutal.
You guys, you gotta give him a sub after this.
Great defensive squash from Walsh right now. This is the thing that seems to be continuing to happen with Palomino, is he gets the upper hand, but he can't quite put it away.
Well, yeah, I mean... Ooh, even stroke for that.
Finally.
I think a sub is needed. Tom Walsh has put some big minutes in, and just as I say that...
There we go.
We get a new matchup here. Ronald versus Mohamed Sharaf.
He's asking to hit it. He's asking to hit it.
He's new to the system. That's not a thing here.
Sorry, my guy.
You gotta be ready.
That's not how this works. All right, Sharaf coming on for the Tornadoes, looking to bring that Neskak magic. I might be biased, but ooh, that is.
Slide.
Yeah, that's too.
Looks like that. I mean, that. Remember that 9-1 lead? Totally forgot about that. It is 15-13 now. But keep in mind, Atlanta Tornadoes have not used a single power play.
That's 4 points in a row from Palomino. Looks like he's liking this matchup. And you're right, Nashville's really clawed its way back from
Yeah, my goodness.
9-zip start.
Mightily impressive how they are able to claw it back. These are where the coaching strategies come in, right? Being able to cut your losses in certain matchups. Oh, wrong footer.
And the reach of both of these guys around the middle of the court is crazy. Again, it's like these are the tallest teams ever. If you're on court with Mohamed Sharaf, you feel
Oh, you've had first-hand
feel that
experience.
presence.
Charlie over here has had a monster battle with Mohamed Sharaf back in the day.
Yeah, we can call it that. Earned that rally.
Wow.
Finally got one. Sharaf needs some momentum here.
Power play is good. I don't know if Sharaf's stamina can keep up with a lot of these guys who are been on the tour a bit longer than he has. Good. This is great. Sucks the juice out of Ronald's legs right now.
Oof.
Goodness, what is going on? Keep in mind, Sharaf's used all of their power plays.
I mean, I think that's the strategy.
Yeah.
He's
Learning from El
just getting rid of
Surdy.
it. This also feels like the double danger of you've got your most explosive attacking player against a player that's been on there for, what, 8 minutes at this point? Playing
Yeah.
some pretty brutal Tom Walsh rallies. That feels like the 1-2 punch
It's good tactics.
could build some real momentum here.
Oh. What a hole.
Palomino's doing well here, honestly.
I mean, it is. There it is.
It took, I mean,
There
like,
it is.
I feel like he could have done that 6 shots earlier. Getting some serving
carnage
direction from
out
the
of there.
audience out here. Oh, and he clips the top of the tin.
Power play is over.
And he held him to 2 points. That's
Pretty impressive. What a shot! Oh, those hands are a thing of beauty there. Another drop here.
10 minutes left in the match. 10 minutes.
Bill Buckingham with the 10-minute warning here. We've got, is it right, 2 2-minute power plays still in the game, right?
Yes.
Oh man, some attacking squash here.
I'm really curious to see how Sharaf is able to hold up. I mean, these are going to be some long rallies.
What a shot! Leaving that right leg in the middle of the court there. Palomino.
Play must be continued.
If you ask the top players what the difference is in the top of the game or the higher you go, it's really the stamina, being able to endure and be patient long enough.
But it feels like that's a differentiator that's been removed in this format. For the
No,
game.
absolutely. Especially in the power plays. And it's good to utilize someone like Sharaf in the power plays. Can't let anyone else score. We'll see how he holds up here. As he still has a 4-point lead. I really do think this is going to be a crushing loss for the Crushers, who have made some big moves this offseason.
How do you think strategically about using the 2 power plays in the final period? I know that most teams have been using them separately, and then in the final last year we had.
I thought that was the most brilliant idea. I don't know why people aren't utilizing it more. It's like it's such a momentum breaker to just suddenly use 1 minute, and to get into the flow of things, get your hands warm enough
Yeah, neither of the power plays in this third were
really capitalized.
exactly. Slow moment in the middle of the third here. Sharaf is taking his time.
8 minutes left. Oh,
What a hold!
what a hole! Hold that forever. Okay, we got a lot going on here, everyone. We got a substitution and a power play. And I believe it's from the Atlanta Tornadoes. No, I stand corrected. The Nashville Crushers are on the power. I believe it must be the Tornadoes if you're serving.
Yeah, they said Atlanta.
Have kind of always been interested in how Veer would do in this power play corner.
He
Does have their hands. Oh, little screen action from Ronald there. See, this is the difference right now with El Surdy would have just grabbed that ball out of the midair. Just like how their alley goes.
Ooh! All drop shots. I feel like he could be using the back of the court a little bit here.
Ronald showing his defense right here. Have we seen this matchup before? Charlie, I don't think so today.
I don't think so either.
So fascinating to see how people do against each other here. So many different matches.
Another 10. I don't like
isn't
the use of
great.
the power play on Chitrani right now.
They really need to eat into this lead the Tornadoes have, but 1 minute left. There it is. That first point on the board for Veer during this power play.
Man, if Palomino can keep holding tough here, this is an opportunity for a comeback at the late end of this third.
Oh my God,
And they
those
can
legs
need it.
must be so fatigued. Oh my God! There it is. There's Veer's range. Oh my God, he's slotting these in. It's good.
Palomino doesn't like that.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Veer prematurely stopped it. Slam dunk. Missed it. Oh, fooled him.
He's getting rid of that.
Second. Oh, I don't know if this is the most successful power play. Again, yeah, he can take his time here. They can play out this point. Doesn't get another shot at it anyway. Might as well extend the rally.
Oosh, tough counter.
Oh! Doesn't matter. He's slotted in the mix. We gotta take Ronald out. He's a tremendous effort from him. Yep. Oh, this is the matchup we didn't want to see. I'm starting grinning away with this matchup.
This could be exactly what Nashville
Final
needs.
5 minutes, 38 seconds here. It's a mountain to climb, but if there's anyone to do it from the Crushers, it's got to be El Surdy. So hard to move him out of the tee.
Immediately pace of play.
Oh! Make that 2 quick points. Lead is now cut down to 6. Doing some hard math here, everyone.
Beautiful drop from Chitrani.
Get to. He slides the front court. Slows it down here.
He's looking a lot stronger than he was in the last game against this matchup.
Stroke all day
Stroke
long.
all day
The
long.
Crowd's power play. Is that a power play? No, it can't be. They've used it. No, it is from the Nashville Crushers.
Our final power play of the match. And he hits
Makes
it!
it! So costly. Do we think he can do it? Do you think he can cut into the lead?
The last power play that El Surdi had in the last game was the exact amount of this deficit. This is
Oh, he's climbing back.
this is
The
big.
nerves got to be kicking in for Veer. Do not want to blow this lead. They're in such good position.
Little flick from Citrani saves him on that one. Such
So
a strong
surprised. I just don't know when
counter.
El Surdi's going to stop the rally.
Man, this has to be so disorienting to play against. Just when you start getting into a rally, he just picks the ball up.
Grab the ball at any time. Stroke. Doesn't matter.
This is messier. El Surdi's got to get some.
Can't score. Oh, you see the little cheeky
Good
movement
counter.
there.
What a good reset from Citrani.
Oh, he's doing brilliantly. What a defense from Veer right now. If he can successfully defend this, I think Veer might be the MVP for the third period, in particular, with the lead they were able to get them.
Oh man, El Surdi is losing the momentum here.
Seconds left.
He's been so dominant on the tee, and right now he's going for things that are just a bit too
Oh!
far, and that's good.
One more. 28 seconds.
10
10
seconds.
second last one. He needs this point. Might as well rally it out, right?
End of the power play.
Just squash in this last 2 minutes, 27 seconds. 5-point lead for the Atlanta Tornadoes to take this third period. Oh, wrong footer.
Oh,
wrong foot.
alright, he needs some more like that. That same energy of attacking squash he's going to need because he's got to catch up some ground in 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
What a matchup here.
Big cross
Oh my goodness.
down the line.
The lead is down to 3.
Oh,
That's gotta be a stroke.
gotta be a
Gotta be a
stroke through
stroke.
his legs.
Toad egging him on. Rooting for
Atlanta
Veer in
likes
Atlanta.
Back to a 4-point difference, and that is
Oh.
a lot of space he take in the middle.
Oh, Veer's not happy. Oh no, he can't get rattled. He needs to stay calm. They have the lead. They have the lead. No need to be in a hurry.
He might need to be in a hurry.
Oh, now the crowd's getting into it. Where was this energy?
Beautiful drop
Oh,
down
there's
the
a let.
line.
There's a let. Didn't like the movement. It's great because El Surdi can't complain about anything, right?
He's just gotta keep it moving.
He's wasting time.
Oh no! Didn't need to do that.
Veer thinks he sees the finish line.
Oh,
I think he sees the
another
finish line.
10. Oh man!
It is running
El Surdi
away.
with some tough errors at the end here.
He's doing so well. Oh, that's
Another
too
one,
many.
and that's
I think that may have
7-point
wrapped
lead.
it there. Oh, now the crowd knows.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, now Veer's letting go of his hand. This is where the brilliant squash comes out.
Man, the time pressure really gets rid of any arguing with referees. It's also kind of nice to
Maybe they
see.
can put this in PSA
Yeah.
here.
10 seconds! We've got this! All right, Atlanta!
Solid squash from El Surdi, but too little, too late.
Oh, Veer's soaking in the victory.
2, 1, and Citrani with a huge ending of that third. 9-zip to start from Citrani. 7 points a row at the end. That's an MVP performance. What
That
a
is
redemption from that second
thoroughly
game.
an MVP performance. What a win from the Atlanta Tornadoes. Not gonna lie, I don't think a lot of people had them to win today's matchup. A way to prove them wrong. And what a season opener for them. And a bit of a shock for the Nashville Crushers. They made some huge offseason moves Did it pay out at the end? We'll have to see, but my goodness, what a match, Charlie. What a game today. These two teams. Whew!
I'm sweating.
My goodness.
Heart rate above 120 for the entire last 30 minutes.
My goodness.
What are you noticing? What surprised you in that matchup?
Honestly, I was so surprised about how Atlanta, every one of their players were able to keep up, and I think I was just so surprised about Veer. I thought Brownell, especially with the ranking he has, just would be a little too much for any of these players, but Veer just showed he's here to stay, and he belongs at the top of the game, and he's moving up the rankings very quickly right now. But I think we're heading to the interview soon here with the players. But
All right, guys, congratulations to your team from Atlanta for winning the first match.
we'll be back as the interviews of the winners are going to happen here.
Really put on a show, Mr. Tom Wall. In front of this home crowd,